Yeah, so you were saying we have all the tools in place, and except for maybe the money, right? Except for the resources to do it. The left spends billions of dollars when you count all of the movies, you count all of the late night comedy, music. All of this giant machine is pumping billions of dollars of propaganda into the ears of young people. And my point is that we don't have to spend billions of dollars to fight them. You don't have to conquer the Pacific Ocean. You have to put a couple of islands there. What you do is you give them a place to land that's cool.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. But I would say one of the last things you really want is all those resources. I mean, I don't want some millionaire knocking on my door saying, "Hey, I'm going to give you $5 million to start your own studio," because the first thing they're going to do is tell me what I can and can't say.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And they may as well just neuter me. And now all of a sudden I'm working by a committee. And I would always say, don't worry, the money will come. The money will come.
Go ahead.
Just maintain your purity, punch hard, keep punching, and try to be as pure as possible. I like working alone because that makes it possible for me to be as pure as possible.
You would have made an excellent Green Beret. I'm sure you were an excellent tank driver in the Marines, but you would have made an excellent Green Beret because what you just basically said was you just basically made the entire case for Special Forces, right? The answer is to use the scalpel and not the sledgehammer. You don't need vast amounts of resources. In fact, the more tanks you put on the field, the less likely you're going to succeed because you have to travel light and quick, and you've got to be able to react fast.
Yeah, and I would tell young creatives out there that want to be the next Lenny Bruce or whatever, this is the time. It's like, go out there, be rude, be hard. The water's warm. Very few people are in it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a real important point.
And lucky for them, these are the times that create the next Bob Dylans and such.
Yeah, if I had a ton of money, I would disperse it as widely as possible. I'd have 2,000 YouTube channels with 2,000 people talking about this message coming from 2,000 different directions. And sometimes people will come to you with this, here's a big check. It's like, I want you to make a viral video. You don't really understand how this thing works exactly, do you? You cannot manufacture that lightning in the bottle. You just have to try and snag it when it goes flying by.
Yeah, you always tell people, knock on my door, leave the money at the door, and walk away. Trust me, I'll take care of things.
What do you need?
Well, first off, my website is unsavoryagents.com. If anyone wants to help, I accept donations to do the things that I do. Paper, ink, time, help, hotel rooms, cars, all that stuff costs money. And I'm sure a lot of people think I'm super rich, but I'm not. Most of the money that comes in goes right back out on the street. And it keeps my studio rolling. I guess what do I need? Mm-hmm. I don't want to say I couldn't tell you, but I thank God that I woke up at such a late age. And not so much politically, just that I like that when I was really hitting the streets, I was in my mid-30s.
Yeah, man.
Because all of that, I want to get stoned on coke and drunk and chicks. I'm not going to say that's all in the past. I don't do drugs or anything like that. But it's like there's not very much that I want. It's like I can walk into any store and walk out without it and be totally happy. I don't have this big hole in me where I need to drive an Aston Martin and I need to have a $2,000 suit. It's like, no, I need to do what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing. And I'd like to think what little comes in, I'll make the absolute most out of. What I would like, I was telling someone the other day, I see myself as a 65, 68-year-old man. I have a studio, and I'm teaching like-minded kids. After work, we have 2 hours to learn new programs and new methods, and they improve. And then one day I want them to come in my office and say, "You cheap bastard, you got to pay me more because I know this, 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 and this." And then I say, "You know what? You're a phenomenal artist. I'm afraid you got to go out into the world." And all my little birds go out there, and all these like-minded, super creative young kids go out there, and I'll be able to die and say I made a difference.
You did make a difference.